Welcome to Mr. Gossip. I am Sarah, your ultimate destination for young and the restless drama. The young and the restless spoilers. Phyllis seduces Amnesiac Matt in new plan to bust villain. Hint that Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, could put a shocking plot in motion. Phyllis is stuck facing legal drama at the moment, but she might shift her attention to a new storyline eventually. Yandar fans know Phyllis and Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, bonded during their time stuck as Martin Lawrence, Christopher Cousins, lab rats. It was a horrible experience, but Sharon and Phyllis connected since they were both at the mercy of a twisted villain. That's why, despite any issues that have been bubbling back up, Phyllis still understands the desire to be free of a monster. Sharon still isn't free of Matt Clark, Roger Howarth, since he's on his way back to Genoa City. So could Phyllis step up to help her deal with him? Of course, Phyllis will ultimately hear about Matt almost blowing Sharon, Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, Noah Newman, Lucas Adams, and Adam Newman, Mark Grossman to bits in that gas station. Plus, Matt could have killed Nick with that bad batch of fentanyl. Nick's behavior will leave Phyllis concerned in the May 7th episode, so this could lead to her hearing about his drug addiction and treatment program. Phyllis obviously has some problems with the Newman family right now, but she's always going to care about Nick and his health. Nick is the father of Phyllis's daughter, Summer Newman, last played by Allison Lanier, so that'll forever link them. Although Matt has amnesia, you can bet there'll be some doubts about his memory loss when he returns to GC. Phyllis has never truly resolved her inner turmoil when it comes to the whole Martin situation. So what if she decides to help take Matt down? Could that become a path to potentially ending Phyllis's current battle with the Newmans and working out a deal like Michael Baldwin's Christian LeBlanc been proposing? The most reasonable solution would be for Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, to just kill Matt like he should have done in the first place. However, Yandar will inevitably find some reason to keep Matt alive and part of the action. The show always makes things more complicated than they have to be when it comes to Matt, since they're apparently determined to keep him around for as long as possible. With that in mind, what if Phyllis decides to seduce Matt and get close enough to test if his memory loss is legit? Phyllis might fake some flying sparks in hopes of catching Matt in a lie and scoring the villain's recorded criminal confession. Either way, it'd be a good opportunity to revisit Michelle Stafford and Roger Howarth's chemistry, since they were paired up when they played Nina Reeves and Franco Baldwin on General Hospital. Phyllis felt helpless against Martin and won't want Sharon feeling that same way with Matt now. This could be Phyllis's chance to gain the upper hand on Matt, but the scheme might go wrong if she develops genuine feelings for him in his amnesiac state. Whatever the case, Matt will surely face a memory flood sooner or later. So bad news could be brewing once that happens. The young and the restless spoilers say Phyllis has some surprises in store regardless, so stay tuned. Young and the restless spoilers, May 6th, Claire steps in for Holden. May 6th, tease viewers with the hope that Michael has finally broken free from Victor's spell and is going to defend Phyllis against the Newmans' trumped-up charges. Lauren Tracy Bregman has run out of strength and words to convince Michael Christian LeBlanc that his devotion to Victor, Eric Braeden, is pathological and pathetic and making Lauren really, really mad. And yet, Michael keeps running back to Victor for more punishment and abuse. He is hesitant to defend Phyllis against what he knows is bogus evidence, though accurate charges. But he hasn't said a definitive no to her yet, either. So the pair team up to polish up Phyllis's name and reputation. Just in case, Claire backs Holden as she steps into Newman power. Claire, Haley Aaron, isn't sure what she wants to do with her life moving forward. Her first few decades were dominated by Aunt Jordan's, Colleen Zenk, revenge plans. Then, the last few years have been a case of being handed job after job after job. Everything from being Harrison's Reading Munsell nanny to taking over publishing for Nikki Melody Thomas Scott. Grandma has suggested that Claire run all of Chancellor. She's perfectly qualified. She's a Newman. What other qualifications does she need? Claire is so confident now that she can reach out and help lift up others. Next on her list is Holden Nathan Owens. Because she said so, that's why. Lily's plan to save Malcolm unravels. Lily Crystal Khalil was thrilled when it turned out Kane, Billy Flynn, was a match and could donate bone marrow to Malcolm, Shamar Moore. She assumed her problem was solved. Now it turns out that her problems have not been solved. The Young and the Restless spoilers Wednesday, May 6th. Unexpected arrest, Michael's solution, Holden reels. On the next Yandar, a shocking arrest rocks Genoa City as a life-saving mission is threatened and a legal strategy begins to take shape. Spoilers are in for Wednesday, May 6th, 2026. We can expect tomorrow's episode to feature a character getting arrested. Michael Baldwin, Christian LeBlanc, comes up with a solution. Keep reading to find out what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. Let's start off with Kane, who will be with Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil at the GCAC. However, things take a wild turn when a detective comes in to arrest Kane. Lily rambles about how this can't be happening as Kane gets handcuffs put on him, with Christine Blair Romolotti, Laura Lee Bell. Following behind, Kane is led out of the hotel by the cops. Kane does assure Lily as he is dragged off that Amanda Sinclair, Miss Hale Morgan, will get him out on bail. Lily Winters panics. With Kane's arrest, the timing couldn't be worse. Kane just found out that he is a match for Malcolm Winters, Shamar Moore. So, if Kane ends up going to prison, he likely won't be able to save Malcolm's life. So, everyone is going to have to come to some kind of agreement. Spoilers for Wednesday. May 6th reveal that Claire Grace Newman, Haley Aaron, shows up as Kane is being arrested as well. So, Claire might go to alert Holden Novak, Nathan Owens, about what has happened. Holden will reel over this news as Malcolm is his bio dad and Kane is his boss. Claire might go to Victor Newman, Eric Braden, and get him to stop this nonsense. Claire will try to use Malcolm's fate to get Victor to drop the charges, with Victor not having anyone to rein him in anymore. I'm not sure if he will listen. As for Michael, he will try to strategize with Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford. Phyllis was also arrested, but is already out on bail. So, Michael will try to get Phyllis the best deal that he can. Victor might think this is a slam dunk, but the evidence was fabricated. Printouts of emails are one thing, but what about when the authorities go into Billy's news on Young and the Restless could shift Victoria's next move in a big way? Victoria and Billy already reared its ugly head on the Young and the Restless. Even Sally noticed the vibes were off. Victoria learned that Billy and Sally were engaged and expecting their first child together. But she might split their happy family apart. Victoria, Amelia Heinley visited Billy's Jason Thompson place to discuss their kids' summer break visit. Victoria wanted to warn him since he was implicated in emails between Phyllis, Michelle Stafford, and Kane, Billy Flynn, uncovered during the sweep of Chancellor's servers. Billy claimed the emails were probably fabricated since Victor, Eric Braden, was involved. Victoria defended her father, claiming justice would be served. But Billy accused her of backing a corrupt man. Once Sally Courtney Hope arrived home, Victoria noticed her new ring. Billy confirmed they were engaged. Victoria congratulated the couple, seeming surprised. Billy also revealed that Sally was pregnant, and Victoria noted that it could change things. Victoria is back to her scheming ways to please her daddy. She previously claimed that Billy wouldn't get into legal trouble. That could change. Phyllis was already in handcuffs on Tuesday's episode. Billy could find himself under arrest as well, even though Victoria assured him that nothing would happen, even though she threatened him. Sally would be distraught over this news, crushing their engagement bliss. Billy sounds excited about having a baby with Sally. He promised that he would be there for her. But that might not happen if Victoria decides to enact a plan to ensure that he ends up behind bars. What could happen to Sally and Billy? The two have bickered over their kids for the last few months. They've both used their kids as weapons against each other. Victoria and Billy fought over whether they should send the kids back to boarding school. And Victoria could be involved. She's doing whatever it takes to ensure that justice is served and her family gets their company back. And this time, she might not care if she takes down the father of her children. Victoria's next move could put Billy behind bars, leaving him unable to help Sally raise her baby. Thanks for watching, Mr. Gossip. If you enjoyed the drama, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. More shocking secrets, more emotional twists coming your way. Stay tuned, because the drama never ends.